Hey guys, don't forget to check the description and the comments for the Amazon link to my store to help support the garage build. Alright, get you guys later. What is cracking lacking, boys? I was gonna bring you guys along for this, but I got some time to kill. I don't need to rush to get this done. This is our family Tahoe. It's got the Z71, blah 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 blah. It's got the OnStar. It's got the Bose wannabe stereo system in it. Blah blah blah. Well, ever since we've owned this since what? Well, we got this back in the winter time of January, and this is October now. So, anyways, the stereo sucked in this vehicle. I wasn't going to touch it until it was officially ours. Well, I got the stereo fixed. Down on these, GM has always done this since the mid to late 80s. Your Chevys, your older Chevy trucks, there would be like a control panel over there by your steering wheel. You guys probably know what those late 80s dash look like in those Chevys. And then you had like a spot right there that looked like a radio, but it wasn't. Behind all that bullcrap, there was a sound processor. Now it's a sound processor amp. Is what they were referred to. Well, some dumb reason, Chevy decided to do it again to this. Well, instead they were smart. They used a regular head unit. A regular head unit. See? The standard head unit you find in all your cars. Well, down underneath this glove box, there is a sound processor amplifier here. Well, further ado, guys, this is not nothing new. I've seen this, I've heard about this, I've done it on quite a few Chevys. On quite a few Chevys, this is done. This is nothing new. You might, if you Google 99 to 02 Chevy Tahoe amp bypass, there's a guy that says, oh, somebody blah 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 says this is discovered this and blah 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 blah. No, this is not a new discover. It's just somebody found out that a 94 to 2006, I think, GM1 harness connector can work. So, yeah, this is nothing new. People have been doing this for years. What a lot of people do, a lot of shops, what they do is de-pin them. Either de-pin them and then solder them together, or they cut them, or you could get a connector for the 94 all the way up to, I think, 06, I believe. It's a Scotch connector, or Metro carries them now too. You could just take them, de-pin them like that. You need 4 connectors on one side, 4 on the upper, 4 on the bottom, so that'd be 8. That would be, your first 4 pins on your left side, and your last 4 on your right side, and you leave your center 4 open. Be a center 8 if you want to get techno. And you just loop them. You guys see purple is the outer pin, purple is the outer pin, blah 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 blah. You guys pretty much can see that. That is nothing new. People have been bypassing these sound processor amp for years. No, they're not referred as an amplifier. No, they're not an amplifier. I don't want to hear it in the comments. They are referred as a sound processor. What they do is take your high input leads from your head unit into this sound processor. The sound processor will break up all 5 channels. Yes, this has a subwoofer way in the back. And 2 tweeters. Here, let me point the light back there. You see that little great looking thing over there? That's an amp. That's a subwoofer. There's a tweeter up there and a tweeter there. Okay. What this sound processor does, guys, this sound processor just adjusts the 5 channels. Actually, it's 4 channels coming in, and it makes a 5th channel out of it somehow. Not too sure how that actually works, but me personally, I've never seen the factory sound processor work correctly. So what it does is your door speakers here, you got a mid-range and you got a tweeter. Back, I believe, I don't remember what they were because, yeah, and we'll get into this problem later. But I did not see a tweeter in this door. So I think this was just a mid-range here, and then it ran up to the tweeters back there. So that's what I'm thinking. Mid-range on this door, tweeter in the back A-pillar. That's besides the point. So what it does, it balances out your 4 doors. So it sends all your mid-range here, so it'll be 90 hertz all the way up to, I think, 120 hertz. Or maybe, and then the tweeters takes over from 140 hertz on up, I believe. Might be slightly off on that a little bit. I'm not too keen on how that does it, but then that's what it does on your front 2 doors. Your back's the same way, and then anything below 90 hertz sends it back over there to the sub. So that's what a sound processor is. It just makes it sound rich. So, further ado, what you guys can just do is go and bypass the sound processor because it never works. Scar Audio has a 5-channel amplifier that I'm going to buy for this Tahoe in the future. So these connections I made here, I'm going to run out the 8 leads. Yeah, because each channel's 2. So your top ones are, yeah. So all 8 of these leads run to the amp, and then it runs back out to your main speakers. And then I'm going to have my sub channel. But that's besides the point. So, further ado, why do I have my doors torn apart? Well, some brilliant person, and it looks like a 2-bit garage that don't know what they're doing, decided to wrap the wire around it and then electrical taped it. So after I got that problem fixed under there, I've been noticing, my mom's been noticing, the speakers just crackle like they're losing contact. Well, ended up getting my mom's truck back on the road. She needed front door speakers. I want to know how they installed it on this Tahoe, because we knew this Tahoe had all new speakers. Only thing I knew, I seen that. I didn't know there was JBLs. So, then I said, well, I see electrical tape. So, Dad and I got investigating and tore it apart and found out they were looped around. So now I'm going to solder them. Now, one thing I'm going to do, there is green pus. I don't know how well this camera can see it. I completely deleted the tweeter off the fronts. I'm running the factory tweeters back on this Tahoe. One, it's because being green pus, this filter cap here, or whatever you want to call it, that sends only the high impedance out to the tweeters. Once that starts getting green pus, it's just going to create a problem. Most likely could draw on the radio and short circuit the radio, and kind of don't want to do that right now because the OnStar still works on this Tahoe. So I'm just going to I just cut the wire, and I'm going to just run the factory tweeters. Right there's a connection for it. So further ado, got the wires cut back, or whatever you want to call it. Yep. So, yeah, that's a long story explained. So let's get this thing back together now. So yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. Been chasing gremlins with this. This is not the only shoddy work we've caught on this Tahoe. And don't get us started on brake work on this Tahoe. Oh man, That's really an amateur 2-bit garage for you. As far as I know, they do have it wired in right. The dark green goes towards the negative, and the light green goes to positive. As far as I know, that should be the right wire code. I don't think GM changed it on this year. Alright, grab my solder gun. Or solder iron, I should say. And you also go on to online and you can buy the adapter harness for these. They do have them now. You can buy the bypass harness. But that's besides the point. That's the wrong one. I don't want that just yet. I want you. Come here, boy. Get back up here where you belong. There's that. Ma. Grinch. Is your door shut on you? There you go. Come on in. If you can make the turn. I got you, bud, if you're coming. Come on. There you go. God, it's getting heavy. She's done. You know, Grinch. Mama the Grinch. Your mom's gonna kill you if she finds out you're in her Tahoe. Come on, baby. What? Love you. Part of why I'm out here today with you. And then we'll start working on the garage. What? It's your problem, baby. You want to tell everybody about your problem? Don't try to go through this glass. There, you want back out? There you go. You heffy. Alright, give me a minute, guys. Alright, guys, off camera I adjusted the speaker before I put the door panel back on. You know, I gotta admit, these trucks and SUVs have the most easiest door panels ever. Let's slide them. I said truck because, you know, this basically is a truck. Disconnect your two wires up and go down the merry way. Later, if you got courtesy light in the door panel, make sure you get those. Got my courtesy light. Got my tweeter. Okay. And if you own the Silverado, you don't take the 05, 03 to 05, I believe. You don't take your this window switch out, because that's part of your door casing. So you only have a screw here and there, and that's it. Hey, jeez, Chevy couldn't make these any easier, guys. That's it. On this, you have to pop this out because of the screw right there. There's a screw here. And a screw here. That's the only two you need to take out. Yeah, and you don't have to worry about the bottom one. I just do it because it was there. Huh. And that's what I call almost complete door. Put your little trim back on here. Make sure you get this little guy up here. Window switch. Make sure your clips are good to go. Take this, get it lined up. You get a complete door. Alright, now I'll move you to the back. And now this speaker, I'm not going to bypass the tweeter because like I said, the rear tweeters does not work. They don't work without the sound processor running. So, what I do want to show you guys, this connector is laying on the metal frame. And what it's doing is arcing in it. So like I said, like I've always said, what came first? Did they pop the speakers, put new ones in it, then in the process of putting new ones in it, they short circuit because they're being dumb and didn't actually take care of it properly? You know, that's always been the question. Well, what came first? The chicken or the egg? In this instance, what happened? You know, you do this work, you do it right. You don't just skip out. Because once you take the factory speakers, there's no need for these plugs at all. Once you take the factory speakers out. There's water coming out of these. Yellow's on the ground side of the speaker. I don't know why they just didn't crimp them up, cut them off. You're going that far into doing speaker work, you might as well just do it correctly. Don't do a half-assed job like most of your 2-bit garages do. Now that's what irritates me the most. And there's rubbing, there's pinching, there's all that on these wires. You're gonna do it, do your job right. Quit half doing it. Yeah, at least they got proper back buckets for this. Like I said, I don't even know what they're actually supposed to look like. I know the front ones were integrated into the bucket unit. So when you change out your fronts, you're supposed to go buy $40 buckets per side. So it's $80 for 2 buckets. Or you can just drill them right, put self-tapping screws right into the doorpost or door kit in the door. And that also takes care of it too. Save yourself some money. The front ones are integrated into the bucket, but I modified them with 5 1/4. If you could do that, and it saves you some money. But 6 1/2 sound better. 8-inch really sounds good. See, I'm not upset because, you know, they did do something right, but they try to make the audio better in this truck again. But if you're going to do it right. Get somebody who's got knowledge. Not a 2-bit. The heck is my heat gun anyway? And also the rear ones are not corroded yet.